from New Englandville Studios. Good morning, welcome to the program Good Morning Saloon, where they come to you live from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Today is Thursday, September 25, 2025. And we'll bring the program to you this Thursday morning. My name is Usman Kamara.
Musa Kamara, good morning. And Musa Kamara, my name, good morning. Inside today's edition of the program Good Morning Saloon, the President, Julius Maada say the $2.2 billion where Saloon don't get from the Mission 300 energy project will help give strength to the energy sector in the country. According to the Director of Finance, now the Saloon Water Company, Frank Lahai Kamara, from January to now, the Saloon Water Company not receive any money from the Minister of Finance for implementing the program then. And today inside the program, Radio Democracy will look inside the way our government appointees them for work together for push government agenda.
With this and plenty other story than they for inside the program this morning, plus the research, monitoring and evaluation manager and Rainbow Initiative, Mark Bawo, say in one survey where they do inside 2024, they find out say over 2,000 women and girl picking them are victim of sexual abuse in the country. Remember say they listen live on www.radiodemocracy.sl. And remember saying a Rock Metal Group, the sponsor Radio Democracy, for bringing the program Good Morning Saloon can to you. And this program is powered by Official. You listen live from a radio partner them, Radio Shallow 89.5 na Koinadugo and Falabadi Street. Same also on Radio Maling 88.5, Radio 1J 11.3 na Pujon District, Radio Colente 90.0 na Cambia, Radio Moa 105.5 na Kainlaon, Voice of Sandon Radio 95.7 na Kono District, Voice of Karina na Kamakura 98.0. Voice of Masoro Pujon District, Jange Radio 99.3 FM Lower Bond District, Advocacy Radio Potloko District, Radio Katbami on 106.7 at Tonko Limba, and Earth FM on 95.9 at Moyamba District. The program na Good Morning Saloon, where they come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. You can be part of the program by where you can send in a message on the number 077-981-981 or drop in a message on Radio Democracy Facebook page.
The program Good Morning Saloon, they continue. We start for look at issues. We will say as we for celebrate the 55 years anniversary, the assistant choir master of the National Pentecostal Church Kelfala Contest, then choir go organize football competition, melodrama and other activities then for celebrate this one. A talk this in our interview to Radio Democracy, we they talk about the different activity them we they don't put in place for celebrate them choir them. He explain Kefala Conte explain more to Kabia inside this interview.
The National Pentecostal Church Choir na a group na the church we actually segments na for ensure say they serve God in the area of singing. And anything pertaining singing it be centered around the choir. So the choir then gets that role for lead worship in terms of singing and ensure say then complement the effort of the clergy in the church in that aspect of singing.
Okay, so we see when they come up with different activities then for celebrate the choir then at the church. Take me through. Waiting at the lineup activities on I don't put in place.
Well, this year, by the grace of God, we celebrate we 55 years anniversary. So in line of that, we ensure say we get a week-long program. We actually don't start for Monday. Monday, we actually get what to call a melodrama competition for the groups within the church. Tuesday, we get what to call a musical jamboree. We'll get an atmosphere for just worship God and praise God and tell God thank you as we celebrate. And then today and tomorrow, we'll get to a revival where will still take place at the church. And then we'll climax the week-long program on Saturday. We will lead you to what we call the Fatima Tawayenka Trophy, where they get a football match.
So let me talk about this football match here. How we get for town like and who's team them or whose community them when I don't put together for take part by this football match.
Well, the church as a whole will divide into two. Any member of the church either belong to a blue house or white house. So we maintain that day for ensure say we get two teams, white and blue. So the white team will be coordinated by Engineer Sheku M. Kamara, and then the blue team will be coordinated by Samuel J. Bendu. So we don't divide the team into two, and we ensure say these two teams they go battle for the Fatima Tabayenka Trophy.
Good morning and welcome to the program, Mr. Lavali.
Good morning, people in our radio land.
Okay. In 2018, the IGR been launched the Presimeter, we then be later changed to the Biometer, we did the benchmark the president in promise and development. Then we been promised people and who determine in the campaign. But for achieve this, the president's need for appoint people in at different positions them for deliver on a mandate and in promise them. But this BNTM, we don't see plenty confusion between ministers, deputy ministers, permanent secretaries, or executive directors or presidential appointees. Them, what in this mean for the government's delivery programs? Them, and what in this mean for national development? That now focus of discussion inside the edition of the program. Good morning, Salon Andrew Lavalley. Once again, good morning.
Good morning, and I hope so we'll get a great conversation today.
Yes, I see. I take you back to the Preximeter in 2018. We later changed to the Biometer, benchmarking President Bio's appointments. Them and for deliver on the promise, them it need people and we appoint at different places. Them, but we don't see confusion among presidential appointees. Them this BNTM and one latest one working points to now the Ministry of Works and Public Assets, where the entire building been closed because issue there between the professional head and the minister, and more examples than the first of all, as IGR, we are aware of this breakdown in government institutions.
Obviously, I mean we know say there is quite a number of agencies we know they work as a team and they affect delivery of results. And clearly, I don't know, Musa, when you don't want to see if a particular minister, a particular director not achieve certain results in a salon, I don't want to see when we don't see that person they get consequences or say then they sack them because you're not able to deliver. And finally, with them get a context. So when they talk about country they will not develop and country they will not develop yet, the country they will not develop, the public servants them and politicians do them they actually get delivery targets. And then delivery target, then their results, and if you don't achieve them, you either go. The one way we can always cite as example now Rwanda. Rwanda then get what's in they call Imigo. Imigo, where Kagame be the fed during the war. You don't say in a man having then guerrilla fight. So Imigo na native word where they talk say target. So the soldier them, if you don't perform a particular target, you don't meet a particular target, then they promote you. So when they come in governance now, they talk say, that same way will be the motivate performance during the war, we'll get for bringing her into governance. So in fact, they get this standard now of performance, when a presidential performance standards, where they call it Migo, it's in local world, where Boku country in Africa are trying now for adopt them. So inside salon, it's difficult. IGL can they dig for say, what's not the biometer, what's not the presimeter, what's the all man they deliver. It's difficult for less Sierra Leoneans to say, no, this Ministry of Education, this Ministry of Health, now this is they try to achieve. You know why this important? Important because for a country we're also divided, we're so polarized. One of the ways for bring them together, not delivery. And you find for less Sierra Leonean, a lot of talk about this. We say some time ago, people they talk about Trump, but then list the way they come out for country the way America they blacklist say where they get travel ban. Yes, we can always worry with Sierra Leone they can't they. And it be say people are even suspicious about your passport. Why this topic important? We are actually being left alone. You see, say aid they go, and the aid flows they go. We watch within UK in the GI salon, the United Kingdom, and within the GI now, it also go down. When you watch within America be the GI through USAID, if I don't close USAID now. So for a country where they get iron ore, you get bauxite, you get rutile, you get all things. Then people who are they elect as leaders and people who are leaders and they appoint, instead of they protect una welfare, they fight among themselves, and too often for resources, personal resources. It's a problem. I think this is a good topic, and you find for them understand what they drive them here, and how do we.
So you earlier mentioned about performance contract in the Rwanda context. Salon Self gets also what you call performance contracts. We President Bill being signed with the ministers them. But more often than not, we need to see again they can evaluate at the end of the day the performance of their ministries, departments, and agencies there. So what do you think are the different in terms of the performance contractor with Rwanda and Salon aspect?
If Rwanda say today this now performance week or month, if I'm not to days, it's a whole media event. So the Minister of Agriculture, for example, if they don't give you $100 million, see this year we don't allocate, Parliament don't allocate $100 million. By the time they give that stewardship, with the year done, not to just the president they give stewardship to, all the nation they know. In fact, it's a media event because they can go and even go take videos, go play on a television, say that money will be given at this and this and this. So we know they see it, we hardly see the situation inside and people and public officials, whether na local council level or whether na ministry level, whether at the presidential level, for say now this and this and this will not be entrusted now with care. Either it be in a resource na parliament, na staffing and give them, and for sure now this is not the result we will get. So it's really challenging, and with the say just like how they could be going that Kuruma in time, when in time they don't, then confusion, it becomes more chaotic as we come to the end of the second term of the president, when at the final term. Because and if we not take time now in months to come, even a year, we not think say Sierra Leone go so much in the politics mode, it go difficult for them to pay attention to performance.
Okay.
Not get me wrong, there are many agencies them where they actually deliver. So you see, say, for example, the dollar, it don't stabilize for months now, if not about a year. So the dollar price still very high, but in terms of stabilization, it don't they like the price of rice don't stabilize for some time. But you get ministers then, you get agencies then, where everybody knows say that they misperform, everybody knows say it's all chaos, but they are still kept. So I don't know whether the focus is on performance or the focus is on something else. And the reason why I mention politics, and this is very important, as we go to the 2028 elections, you see say now there are many people under the ruling party side who then get interest in succeeding President Bio. I mean, you get a chief minister, you get the vice president, in fact, some people in the Momo say even the first lady one replaced in husband, you get the Minister of Foreign Affairs. These are very senior positions where it's not bad for they get ambition for succeed your leadership, but whether ambition they get in the way of your delivery, it actually undermine the performance. So I can actually talk there by the one by one. So for example, the first lady in office, now it will be the fountain, just like the president in office, it should be the fountain of justice, the fountain, the symbol of national unity. In fact, the first lady in office now for unify itself, not only within SLPP, now for unify SLPP and APC. Me a Catholic, who can they pray? We not even pray directly to God. We pray to Mary, say Hail Mary, because we take and say mothers them. Now then they bring with bring solutions. So who gets them? So it means that office they not for be partisan within the party and outside of the party, for take political party positions, because it for be a unifier. So if you are not talking, forget ambition. So in fact, we don't see around the world many countries who say first ladies and they talk say I want to succeed my husband, it can create problems. So it really fine for less Sierra Leoneans for the get go for talk say then I want issue that. So you if you come down to the office of the chief minister, some people they can say when they say chief minister in office, it's actually an M&E, a monitoring and evaluation office. So all of the government in delivery, if they now the chief minister in dashboard. So if government they deliver, it's actually that office. In fact, first they call on the chief of staff before SLPP can elevate them to the chief minister.
Right.
So the reason why all of this important, you get Ministry of Foreign Affairs, you get Ministry of this Vice President's office. If people in very senior positions, they all get interest. You know what's in the happen, how that they compromise delivery, it will never be again about whether this person had to deliver, but how this person had to support the position.
Okay.
Because the interest don't become so narrow, and rather than how for deliver results. So where you work, where you sit on the SLPP circles right now, you see a lot of grumble among people, party faithfuls. They talk say, no, and the party not they do what I want.
Okay.
It's because the center not the hold, and it's because the interest then you get the individual interest then don't surpass the state interest. So we'll go back to Imigo, waiting in Rwanda, where they say, if you not achieve this, if you not go explain to people then, you're in a Ministry of Health, you're in a Ministry of Agriculture, and you don't go explain to people then what you achieve. And if not to just explain to people then, you have international benchmarks.
Okay.
And every day you get international standards that they publish saying that this na salon in standing. So if you see a particular minister in standing get issued, every day that they publish about on our newspapers, it's being kept there. There must be something more than Sierra Leone that we look for.
All right, Mr. Lavali, you explain very important area them, but again, not a secret for no say. In recent times, we don't see we are in ministers them and them deputy or permanent secretary get serious issue where even they affect the ministry not for function for a particular day. For example, we get the Minister of Environment, when Ajiwo Abdullahi, with the NPPA boss, Mr. Thomas Fire Kamara, wherein is suspend them from that position. But firstly, waiting at the role of minister.
Okay, so definitely the minister ain't in charge of the ministry. So now for really administer the entire ministry. Now the political head of the ministry.
All right, so minister gets any right, I mean, for suspend appointee from President Bill?
Well, let's see who side the problem there. And if I follow compare from Tijan Kabine time to President Kuruma to President Bill. So like under President Kaba, where you don't appoint ministers. You know, see, under maybe some of you guys who are younger. You know, see today we do clean or something that's in the WhatsApp no been there. For say it has pleased the president, they don't appoint this, they don't appoint this, they don't appoint this. Appointment will largely come up from ministries rather than from State House. And so then at the first confusion, and in fact, the president being, if you see the stature of the advisors at that time for mines and minerals, you can get Professor Strasser King, you can get Dr. Ramadan Dumbuya for foreign affairs. In fact, the president will pay attention 70% of what advisors that they say in 90 they use for giving verdicts on cabinet papers. That was how strong advisory came have been there. But I think say over time will bring them down a little bit. Not for saying that the caliber of people then, but the weight of the voice of the advisor will bring them down a little bit. So you just see now, like under President Kuruma and under President Bio, we see a lot of appointments that come up from State House. So waiting President Kabab in the do where I believe say they happen Bokusai, where we get high level presidential advisors, where you don't appoint that minister. The minister, in fact, they go recommend board chairman depending on, and the government appointing board chairman, the State House appointing board chairman. Then chairman, then they go establish a technical committee panel for recruits. That ending now, not to this person here, we talk say, me na party person. Now, we don't fight for the party, the State House right. So that person, the way they go to that ministry, they go there with full right, just like that minister there, because not to that minister, they appoint them. So you see, say the ministerial authority, what you do, just like our local council authority, we don't see them to State House, we don't give them to State House. Over time, you see, say now, the presidency, they become overpowerful because it don't go into domains where in a ministerial domains. In fact, sometimes in a directorate then domains them. You see somebody where no with no disrespect, where not able for able even govern your own life. He talks this no this one and this will they go do, and he talk a man and so it be because that person don't play a role in a party. Some positions then they're so technical and should be kept at that. So It's a challenge. Yes.
And Lavali, would they come back to you? We will come back. Would they look at how actually the issue don't they worsen currently within government institutions them, and how it affect service delivery, and how party politics or would that connect to the president don't they play a role in all of this? Continue for stay with you inside the program.
Thank
And
you.
Lavali, the program Good Morning Salon they continue. We they go for a break, we'll come back, we continue the program Good Morning Salon.
We're trendy and youthful. We're UBA.
You na government or private workman? You want buy land for build your dream house? You want buy motor car? Or now you picking and school fees you want for pay? You want for furnish your apartment? Or want settle urgent medical bill? Sometimes you want travel? Well, no worry. UBA get you back with the UBA No Wahala loan. We go make you get loan as low as 5,000 and as high as 1 million in new loans. You don't need for worry about any collateral. Once you dey work past 6 months, now any government office, international NGO, or any institution where the bank recognize inside them loan portfolio, you go get the opportunity for pay them small with sweet timeline. When are up to 4 years with no wahala. Oh yes, UBA No Wahala loan don't come for you. Loan will go give you peace of mind. So what do you wait for? Just reach for the sky with no wahala. UBA, Africa's global bank. One brand, partnering for progress.
Best customer satisfaction.
As the world they advance, now so much a man self for the push himself go before. And for sake of this make, the American Institute of Technology, they now on a salon. The American Institute of Technology, they offer different courses them, like diploma in information technology, hardware and networking, web design and development, and plenty other one day. Same way so, they do certificate course them on artificial intelligence, cloud computing, accounting, banking and finance, and other one them. Self they do international certificate program them like project management, insurance and risk management, operations and supply chain management, and plenty other one them. So if you want to know more about the different course them with the American Institute of Technology they do, visit we now number 35 Wellington Street or call the number here +232 77 54 6792 or +232 78 98 3507 or check with our website info@aitsl.com or admissions@aitsl.com. And the American Institute of Technology, they open from Monday to Friday from 8 in the morning to 6 o'clock evening. Self they open Saturday from 9 o'clock in the morning to 12 o'clock afternoon. The American Institute of Technology, we the best.
Replay the words you didn't mean.
Let me talk with local commercial bank. Let me talk.
Let we talk. Now, program when they come to you from local commercial bank. Let we talk. Now, we can encourage and engage with customers. You will get questions, comments, things that we say are difficulties for you. The opportunity for talk to
mandates are for CC, they improve water supply service at provincial tongue in rural area them. But for make them continue for do their work, this body need money for implement and program them. For sake of this make, the Salo Water Company don't go present them budget to the Ministry of Finance inside the bilateral budget discussion. Where it talk, the Director of Finance that the Salo Water Company Salwako, Frank Lahai Kamara, start for give updates about the money where the Ministry of Finance will give to them for 2024 and 2025.
Now let's look at the subventions for government for 2024 full year and 2025 parts of the year. So for 2024, budget ceiling was 958,400. The allocation was the same. It was revised to the same amount. What we received 2024, first quarter we did not receive anything. Second quarter we received 4,481,000. Third quarter nothing, and fourth quarter 1,618,775. Actually, the amount for fourth quarter was received April this year. So for 2025, the budget ceiling is 10.2, allocation was 9.9. It was revised to 9.9, but as we speak, for 2025 financial year, we have not received no allocation from government.
Apart from the money where government they give to the Salo Water company for make them use for implement and program them, this company also get mandate for generate couple for government. We make the director of finance talk about the total money will then be able to gather for 2024 and 2025.
So for the year 2024, we were able to collect 8,200,653. Our budget for 2024 was 8.5. We collected 8.2. So we collected the 95.6% of the budgeted amount. For 2025, we saw the budget of 12.9 million. From January to June, we've been able to collect 5,471,891.36. So if we take 7 months budget and what we are able to collect for this 7 months, we are able to collect 72% of this 7-month budget and 42% of the yearly budget.
The director of finance at the Salo Water company, Frank Lahai Kamara, also talked about the money where they plan for gather from the water where they sell to the customer them and said the couple where they also want for 2026.
So for 2026, projected to collect 17 million new loans. So the total budget for Salako, that is government subvention and internal revenue, is 29.1 million.
Where it respond, the Director of Budget and the Ministry of Finance, Tasima Jah, talk about some of the area there where the ministry get concerned.
For Salwako, you always stress on the recall, where you have a lot of ongoing projects. This year, in the policy hearing, emphasis we are giving onto prioritizing and reprioritizing domestic projects. I was expecting to see listing of your projects, contract price, whether there have been any amendment to the contract price, amount disbursed, outstanding amounts, and also completion date of these projects. But you pay more emphasis on recurring. And I believe we have made a lot of payments to your contractors. So it's like you are economical with facts. You want to cast blame as if finance has not done anything for Salwako. You should have brought everything on the table for the people to see. What you have paid for your ongoing project is 100-fold this of your operational cost.
The Director of Budget and the Ministry of Finance, Tasima Jah, say the Ministry of Finance go look inside the budget where the Salo Water company don't present and say the couple where they don't ask for. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Adeyemi Jackson, the report.
The program Good Morning Salon continue to come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. In Saturday edition of the program, they look at how government appointees them for work together for push government agenda. But this BNTM, Radio Democracy don't notice plenty plaba now ministries, departments, and agencies then between political appointees them. What's the impact of this on governance and service delivery? We studio guests them. We don't listen to Andrew Lavalley from IGR earlier. Now I want to welcome Dr. Julius Spencer. Good morning, Doc, and welcome to the program Good Morning Salon.
Good morning.
And Dr. Julius Spencer, they share in experience with we as first Minister of Information during Pakaba in government, how he been talent and what the president been to do for solve issues like this, or what the state been to do for solve issues like this. Doc, once again, good morning.
Thank you.
Yes, we therefore share your experience with listeners and viewers of Radio Democracy. We look at the issue of blabber between political appointees or permanent secretaries or professional heads within institutions. What does this mean for service delivery and governance?
Well, of course, as Andrew don't say, they make the government get challenged for deliver. Obviously, if the people that are the ministry, the senior people never pursue one road, they're not go able for deliver on waiting they're supposed for deliver on. Get infighting at the ministry, this one they go left, the other and they go right. They're not they meet up. So obviously problem good day. But then kind of thing also get roots in the way how government they run. When me na be minister, it been different. First of all, appointments of ministers, certainly a president they appoint minister. When he appoint you, he give you responsibility, he allow you for do your work. In fact, you get the gazetted and they give you the gazetted section where spell out you work as minister in that particular ministry day. When I go by that and the performance contract not been there. But the layout what you suppose for they do as minister. And then of course, again, at the time, we've been get challenged with administration. The position is the minister, not the political head, not only not the head of administration. The head of administration and ministry are the permanent secretary. In fact, at the time when I be minister, we get this debate about whether minister for sign some kind of document, financial documents. The argument was now the permanent secretary, now the head of the administration, not to minister. So minister not for putting himself in a position for let them can be gas can then can question what use of finances, we're not to invoke them. But obviously because our team in the minister them sign, me been the sign. In fact, if I not been the sign, Bokuti me for go wrong na the ministry. Could be able to put a stop to something the way some official they may want to do. Now, when it comes to appointment of boards, board members, board chairpersons, etc., the board them or the institution them or call it the parastatal them, whatever you want to call them, them in under ministries. You get some ministry them, you get more than other one them. Like me, the National Tourist Board been the under my ministry. At the time, the National Tourist Board in staff complement been small. The number of board members been past the number of staff members na the tourist board. Then at the time, na me they issue letter of appointment for board members, chairman, etc. But not on me, basically they decide who that for the board. Because obviously, na the president, the party people them go decide say this person for the this board. So when president don't want to appoint somebody, they go send to the minister, say appoint this person as board member na this parastatal. As minister, na me go sign the letter. Na me go issue the letter and sign them. I distinctly remember one case at the time for National Tourist Board, the number of board members them had already passed the staff. So then send for appoint somebody else. Basically, I not agree. I not tell presidency I know the do. I just know issue the letter. Take a while. The man we for appoint eventually come meet me in office. The man say, hey, doctor, I not get work. Now this idea about plan for feed me family. When somebody tell you that what you go do, I issue the letter. So we end up getting more, increase the number of board members over and above the number of staff.
Okay.
But at that point, if the board member them or the chairperson or they perform, and I want to get rid of them, I'm not going to just grab on me own, right here, I sack you.
Okay.
I'll go discuss with President
So,
first.
Doc, we don't see this one. And recently, we see the Minister of Environment, for instance, suspend the ED of the National Protected Area Authority. All of them are presidential appointees, and the ED say, no, me need to go because not you appoint me, they suspend me. And again, close to the Minister of Works, Dr. Dennis Sandy, suspend the professional head where they now the ministry. The professional head say, no, I need to go because not to you come with me now this office or not to your appointment, you're not getting right. So this issue of presidential appointees suspending presidential appointees, how we been done like during your era? It been happen at all?
Well, okay, let's take the issue of works. The professional head na civil servant. I don't know if things don't change now, but they tell me then me as minister, I not get power for transfer any civil servant as minister, you not get the authority there. Now the civil service they do. I'm the head of the civil service. So if you get problem with somebody, man let them pull out, you go to the head of civil service and lay complain, then you go decide if you transfer. But when it comes to technical people then, you know they transfer technical people then. You know go transfer the director of whatever works or something, pull and work, send and go tourism. So the technical people then, they know they transfer them. And as far as I know, as I say, me no know waiting they be now, but minister no get authority for suspend civil servant. As far as I know, pass if you don't change now. Okay. And if I now you get HRMO, Human Resource Management Office, now then they deal with civil service appointments, etc. So that issue they not been there rise at the time. Again, at the time, president not been there appoint below a certain level. President will appoint ministers, they appoint ambassadors, then kind of level and they. But president, even chairman of boards, president not been there appoint directly. Although I go decide who that he want, but not only go write letter appoint them. Now, president they appoint all kind of level, including appointing people to the civil service. That not been there happen in the past. Okay. So in a way, I think say the whole question of authority and structure don't mix up small. But technically, if a president appoints somebody, other person not get the power for sack am. If you want to make them pull out, you forgot to president. Go tell and say, "Pa, this person we appoint, this is not the problem, or do you pull out?"
All right. Now, Doc, one thing people listen at that, Italic say the minister them don't get overpowered nowadays. We make them do it in they want. You send some of them in there because you don't they're around for long term now. You don't know how system they work.
Well, I would say some minister them. The point we do make as well about some people in a position. Well, man knows they know they perform, but then still lady. And obviously, in the political realm, not to only competence will determine if person in a certain position, although not that it will be. But not to then they always they take the play. Not to this government no more, successive governments. In fact, when we have a minister, one classic case, the person when have been the information attaché at State House. Technically, it's under the Ministry of Information. In fact, now been a cameraman. The man not been they submit photographs to the ministry. We take picture on a State House, you go post and there you go see picture, then I treat. I take him in the cell. Don't call the man, don't call him, head the director of information, don't call the man or the agree. So we decided to transfer him. So when we transfer now, president called me, say, how you transfer this man? I explained to him. Then the excuse me then give me, well, this man also they talk French, so we need an hour for the transfer. I say, okay, I send person for you where they talk French. So now send somebody from Slena where they talk French. Now, the man not come back na ministry, then get out appointment na State House. So for me, that is an example of a situation where not to just the person in competence or in performance determine how the Uda then get the authority, they treat them. So it happen. But if government want to make the government work effectively, you get to take performance into account. And we'll talk about performance contract. And the fact that the public know they know waiting at the performance contract with people and sign and how then they assess them. When I have a minister will not be the signed performance contract as I say, but you know what you're supposed to do. When they go present a cabinet, they approve what they do. I've been starting number of things and one SLBC way. I mean, they go report every week. The decision every cabinet don't make a stop after a while because the press not being very cooperative. Now, but then I may also start a State of the Nation Symposium every year. I do it twice. before I left government. Every year, we will get all the ministries, every single minister, now Miata Conference Center. Over, I think it will be run for like 1 week. Morning session, afternoon session. Sessions chaired by prominent people. You can present, waiting have you plan, what you do achieve, what you not achieve, and explain why you not achieve them. Public day. Public ask questions, and people them they ask them questions. Okay. They will compile a report of all waiting and present. Then the and sell them. After a while, we ask for the money. All kinds of story and then give me. So the following year will not print for sale. But that waiting the public, they can assess waiting you supposed for do, what you plan, what you achieve, what you not achieve, and explain to you why you not achieve them. Now I think say waiting the current Minister of Information they do then they get a civic days where then they go around. They do something similar. But I'm not sure say if they look at the performance contract, waiting they achieve, waiting they not achieve, and let them explain why they not achieve, waiting they not achieve. And if then they sign performance contract, the whole question about, well, for minister level now, whether they retain your appointment. But the question of promotion at different levels, this is nothing where government after government don't struggle with. In fact, I think they done better now in terms of how they assess people. First term, na basically length of service. Or again, although I think say the system don't mix up small because person they come up from outside civil service, you can dump and put above the one they would done did it. So if the promotion based on performance, then you give us in TR, you know what is supposed for they do. You they assess them based on that terms of reference we can. If you achieve them, fine. You look at mark like exam. Right. Mark your exam. If you pass, fine. Promote. If you not pass, you did it. If you fail bad, go down.
All right. Okay. Continue for the bit inside the program, Dr. Julius Spencer. We'll go for a break. When we come, we continue for talk about this issue. We'll look inside the program this morning. The program now Good Morning Saloon.
If that lift you up, make you lift them too. If that show you road, make you show them too.
We don't come back, me people there. The Triton Memorial Hospital and the Ministry of Health Yai operation for them people we get Jagena the Yai. The Yai operation program now the Ministry of Health, Triton Memorial Hospital, Triton International Foundation, and the North Dubai Foundation. Now they bring on this free Yai operation no sidomo now for come now and register now Triton Memorial Hospital in station now free. The registration they begin September 2nd 2025 and now 50 people then they register every day. But if you want no more about this operation for them people will get again at the now for call this number 030 54 13 T1. Come now and do your young jege operation at you for free. You need for see fine one for you tomorrow bamba.
You just get one life, you don't get control. Don't click for anybody when no click for you. I see the media, that's the way powerful.
Cyber security threats, then they happen and then they happen every day. From phishing scam to bad software and data breach. Nobody not get 100% protection because they can attack anybody, any side, anytime.
So if your organization gets cyber incident or your system begin for behave like say somebody they run after no waste time report one time to the National Cyber Security Coordination Center NC3 with team we get master sabi people there ready for answer quick one. Then go tap the attack quick one for make the damage no boku. We go unbug your business and your customer then bambai.
Member say under Part 6, Section 53, on the Cyber Security and Crime Act 2021. If you don't report cyber attack or where bad people sneak inside your system without your permission, now
big criminal offense that we can make you pay boku money or you can even go jail. Report all cyber attack na www.nccc.gov.sl or you send email to reporting@nccc.gov.sl before it go late bye.
The kids are running wild again. Your boss is on your back. You're exhausted and run down, and every man you know is complaining about how tired they are. Why not re-energize with M-Vite Super? M-Vite Super Soft Gel capsules are packed full of ginseng, vitamins and minerals, enough to reduce stress and boost energy, especially during convalescence. And they're available at MZOR pharmacies and other pharmacies nationwide. Experience unlimited wellness with M-Vite Super, only from MZOR.
The program Good Morning Saturday continue. It comes to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM, and we will bring you this edition of the program. Musa Kamara na my name.
My name is Usman Kamara.
We come to Andrew Lavali inside the program. We look at the level of coordination or how government ministries, departments, and agencies or political appointees them for work together for push government agenda go before. And Andrew Lavali, we don't look at the examples them plenty. We see ministers or two presidential appointees, then they suspend themselves, and within an institution, head and workman at the institution, they need agree most times, and we don't see in the case of the Speaker of Parliament, then we now been Dr. Cheno Abbas Bundu, and the Clerk of Parliament, we now are the Secretary General of the SLPP party, Parantarawali. At the time, even President we say they make peace for them. We see Salcab, the situation of Salcab. We minister then information being suspend the boss now Salcab. These are two presidential appointees there. In all of this, you think say the presidents get a role for play at all?
Definitely. So, granted, say, what he explains, so say president go, arrange blabber between people. And of course, when you get a team and people and they get confusion, and a leader, one of the first steps you take really now you.
But this palaver would say to some people see him as the president they play favorite because by then the clerk of parliament been get allegations there where people think say, oh, this not suspended for don't suspend at that moment, but president say no, me they go make peace. When they talk about connections, how people are connected to the president and how they act within institutions.
So definitely, even when you born picking them, you get 2-3 picking them. There's a possibility for they get favorite. That one day is granted. That's so the human being there. The challenge you will get now, that is favorite business where you get, how is they align with the broader interest of the country. Some people they know are they favor this, and down there they know come on now country over time. Are they favor this person here because this person here it cover me. Or this person here, it really worked so hard for the party. At the time we've been there, it worked so hard for the party. So because of that, they are find it difficult if you not deliver for a pull them. But it's nothing wrong for you not a leader. Then your team get problem. In fact, the first port of call now for you actually call and resolve the problem. But that situation where they explain where you get the clerk of parliament, you get scandal, you get this, you get problem. And for let president call him for can resolve the problem, that not get anything for do with waiting the ACC they do, because the ACC for be an independent institution, we nine for really nine for make sure say the clerk of parliament in issue.
I come with that example because most times you see some people they act in certain ways when they think say they're more close to the presidency or they more get power or connection at the party past another appointees.
No,
so that's an example where
I think say the power domain and the technical domain is different. The technical domain, like for example, you want to make building, the contractor don't hire people and for go help them, laborer them. The laborer where they lay the brick there fast, where they make say they get money, nine in a favor. It's different from the power domain. Because when people in the inside power, you get certain results that when they look for, not visible to the public. So you talk say now for this make this policy are the keeper. The thing when me the advice around the world, waiting don't make them country and then they progress. Now we then personal interest of them leader, then they align with the broader interest of the country. If you don't make that alignment, like you talk say favorite, now so God make we all them get favorite. But that favorite they get for make and let it be say waiting the country wants now for be favorite. Unfortunately, that alignment they they be. And when you get dysfunction inside a system, when you get like chaos, weakness inside a system, it is show. You know how is it show? It is show at the level of delivery. Watch all ministries when they talk to this particular ministry here, this in permanent secretary and this, they need to work together. Watch if that minister they deliver. It shows. The last Afrobarometer we will do this year, 2025, we will just publish the 10th edition. It shows say the sectors they will assess, 9 out of 14 of them then grow negative.
What's one of the sector there?
The Boku. I don't get the Afrobarometer report now, but 9 out of 14 of them grow negative. Of course, the Sahel grew negative more now the fight against corruption, which will drop by 14 percentage points. So the public they always watch, even though we get division, but where Salon person do good, where Salon government do good, that team demand they elect now except building a party talk say no, this why I don't get light today, I'm happy. No, at road don't kind of a community, I'm happy. So I think say governments therefore no say delivery na in for be the target. You know, different ministers and they perform differently. And if I for people and no say, I see Doc mention but the civil service. And he's right for talk say minister not get right for fire civil servant. And minister not get right back for fire somebody we appointed by president. So waiting clear, then lack of trust where the public don't get in their institutions then. You know what not happen with most people in the public, they don't really get trust in many institutions. It's because the institutions and the delivery low. It being from justice, like to parliament, to MDAs then. If the delivery low, you know what's going to happen if we don't dumb down the standards to some point that anybody now, they feel say, me I can be minister. In fact, some people they talk to me, I be president. So I can watch me. I say, now you want to talk me president? Not to disrespect to. So we don't dumb down the standards to some point. Anybody now, if you say, I they be minister, even though that person they will handle in life self. I get somebody they I don't want to call this person any name, but I talk to people in Akeni man. Now they say, hey, this candidate here, now APC one put. If they put this candidate, we said that this candidate should they put not to the no more get right to oil the country. So this person, if they in the eyes, in the mind say, or to the candidates here and a bad candidate here, if they want a party put, they use another bad one they put. It's painful for them to get to that level of conversation. But what you know happen, and I believe in that they talk earlier. On top of all of this chaos, if we put distraction there, that distraction there for saying now me, in the case of all of this, in the context of all of this, me one lead. They get now senior people in government where they talk. It's not bad for let somebody get ambition, of course, and where you get political, where you get political office. Now no more not being get ambition for storm president. But when you get political office, normally people don't want to forget that upward mobility. But where you don't add distraction pan tap now, you know what's in the happen? It's not just about presidency. So this minister here and deputy, this permanent secretary here and deputy, this person here and this, they know they get along. You know what's in the happen? I'm happy you mentioned favorites. If you look down at the various political groupings, the interest, see how to go align myself. This person had to talk to me, I had to go to first lady. No, I mean a VP in person, me a chief minister in person, me a this person in person. So because we don't lost focus on that big thing, how do we deliver? And it really fine for law remind
go.
It really fine for law remind citizens of where we are and where we are as a country. and the way we Boko other country there, they talk say now, let's solve your own business. The thing were really painful, and we can always talk this, we get two parties in a salon. It's how organized the other political establishments they for talk to me. This is why when me come me the correct time. You know, they sit down, on top of all of this, you see within SLPP, this person talks no, this is why I will not even allow a lay contest. You see APC talks, this person here will not even allow a lay contest. I know I've done the conversation, but it's all of part of the bigger conversation about.
Yes, Andrew. We favorites now one way according to Joseph Josiah, they say, oh, but it's very bad. Favoritism is affecting government and encouraging corruption. Now we are seeing whistleblowers become victims. The case study, the CJ, and the one of the justice. That's one. But another school of thought believes say the presidents or criticism now that the presidents they travel a lot and most times not even get time for pay attention to the infight here within a young government itself. We see the one against social welfare and the disabled commission or commissioner. Then we been the even come with police case between them. You agree with this school of thoughts or then argument here?
You know, we the IGR can normally act based on evidence. We'll not get it sound evidence for let we do a cost benefits analysis of the president in travel with not the benefits of the country. We'll not do and it. So, but you get anecdotal evidence where they show say, actually the presidency don't start in times, it achieve more than it travel. So for example, if you go to the Ministry of Agriculture, so you begin to ask, and it's the flagship of government when I food security. So you begin to ask all the goals we Sierra Leone don't make, for in terms of producing food. Is it because of foreign direct investment on our locals than they actually generate? So for example, onion. We get onion because of PC and Sons. PC and Sons, the IC done. So you see, say the Ministry of Agriculture, most of the achievements in where the Ministry of Agriculture they make is actually local investment and local producers. You get one or two when are large scale producers. So now somebody be the critique at one time. You say, when we get president, he talks about law get an investment forum, the local investment forum for agriculture. Usai government go talk say, if you produce this, now this are they match you, now so I made they support you. And so travels, not get me wrong, travels fine. And there's been a lot of criticism about travels. Like I say, will not do it any cost benefit analysis. So which are they talking? They just come on and make this anecdotal. So we because of that, they are not going to tell you for facts. I can just tell you, say, for example, for education.
All right.
But what's in clear, then travel there they come with huge expenses. You know, this is really interesting. You get somebody we can actually tell president say you're not going to travel. You get people and then a government. Therefore, tell president say you're not going to travel. And if you're not able, if they not say yes, the president will travel. So then people and they say, for example, the bank governor. You know why they kill Sam Bangura? Some Bangura wealth anecdotally killed, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Killed. Yes. Because it failed to authorize some disbursement. $200 million at the time for OAU. Say, no, the country not able to afford this. And the OAU been come very close. So allegedly, they talk and kill him. They talk about. So it means the governor of the central bank go able to tell president, say, this travel here, the economy not able to afford them. But around the world, across Africa, this thing where they talk about independence and autonomy of the central bank, it only day in principle. It hardly not a day in practice. So it's difficult for like I say, we not get it.
All right. Now, Andrew, before we take another headline, now we program this morning. We still get people in a salon. We get mind tell president some of the things that we don't mention. Say, by not for go if you go the country or certain money, I mean, not available for you.
Definitely.
We still getting people in there.
Definitely.
Right.
No, so they should do it because the president gets an economic advisory unit. So if you get data where they show say this is the level of the economy and this is the expenses where they come up from the travels, that advisory unit they for talks, this why and so and so it for be.
Okay.
I know say it's difficult for they get that kind of caliber because some people they know and face consequences. And one thing about leadership, all the country they wouldn't turn around. You have a set of people that way they talk to, where they can sacrifice. The one day where they date today, where they talk to with the sacrifice, it highly likely say they're not going to enjoy it today. Any country where you go, where you see, say, but this country I find you have people where they don't sacrifice before for that country to find.
Okay.
And at that call they nine at any time with a call for let people they say, no, you did not that office, there's a possibility for their sacrifice. Within civil society itself. So you get some civil societies and some media not to alt in and they publish. I don't want to hurt that person there because if I hurt them, we all know now the media is poor. If I hurt them, what here they get, I'm not going to get it again. This person here, they don't promise me this. So it's not just about government, it's how we all they make the sacrifice for the change we want for COCR.
Continue for the way to inside the program and roll up Ali. Musa?
Yes, indeed, we continue for look at issues. We still get Dr. Gilo Spencer inside the program. We come to Ram, but make we take this and people say the president, the president Gilos Marabiusi, the $2.2 billion way Salon don't get from the Mission 300 energy project go help give strength to the energy sector in the country. He talked this after the endorsement of the $2.2 billion Mission 300 compact na Bloomberg Global Forum 2025. We, according to Ram, this now because they work together, make the able to achieve them. For more on this, we join Saptiu Kalong.
Side events, bilateral meeting and presentation them still go on na the United Nations General Assembly session. And through them different engagements here, Salon can use the opportunity for showcase the country good image and also attract investor and project them, where through Onga Salon can benefit from. And one of the takeaway of the 80th United Nations General Assembly, where Salon don't benefit from, na Mission 300 energy project. And after the endorsement with Salon don't take part of this project, the energy lead, Honorable Kane Koleyum Kela, in one gathering for talk about Mission 300 energy achievements with the presence of His Excellency President Bio and other Salon representative them where they now na onga. And in first point where it be make now how Salon able benefit from this second cohort of Mission 300 energy projects.
We're very pleased that we did this, but there are a few principles that I want to lay here. First, governance. President led from the front. He started the lobbying because we were left out of the 12 countries. A good technical team. We were asked whether we needed consultants. The Minister of Finance and I said we didn't need consultants. We'll do it ourselves. We set up the best team. Second, we also learned from the past. That is important in our country. You don't have to start everything new. We capitalize on what MCC had done, studies the World Bank had done. We put them together. Within 2 months, we had an outcome. We came to Washington to defend. They couldn't believe it. They thought we had consultants. No, we defended it because also history matters.
Honorable Kane Koleyum Kela, energy lead, continue and talk about the plan of Mission 300 and how the country go sustain them.
That's the beauty of this one. We did not just do a plan. We did a plan with development finance institutions. The World Bank and DP already have mobilized over 50 billion. But of course, it's for all 30-something countries. So first come, first serve, which means our work has started, Minister of Finance and the technical team, to do this. Yeah, but the funds are there, others are happy. Also, we will leverage private sector. You need the public finance and de-risking instruments.
The energy lead, Honorable Kane Koleyum Kela, and for call on Salon people for always continue for work together and put the country first panting them where we go with more developments. The Mission 300 energy project, we make President Bio put on a broad smile where he be talk about what this mean for Salon and he be start for talk about why it always important where people work together and say one of the reason of this achievement now through international travel them where it don't they do.
It works better when you connect the brain The synergy that you get is so powerful. And that is what we refuse to do all the time. We want to work inside it. I keep me on to myself, keep yours, until you connect them. And I think for this particular, the naysayers, it travels a lot. You cannot sit down in Freetown. I gave my myself never gone to Freetown. I'm still trying to get it. Not the one bad president. I had to forge a relationship. Everywhere he went, he would see me. I had to do dinner. This is how we got to this point. I can't do that in Timu. I have to travel.
President Bio continue and say, Salon people for tap for the Get Out and project them, where in government can talk about for national development.
So for me, this is another occasion to actually celebrate Sierra Leone. Naysayers say what they have to say, but let's keep our eye on the ball. You've gone the wrong way. Like we did the airport. When we proposed it, they say, they're not going to do it. They renovated, they can renovate. Now they come down there. They call it. Sometimes people they say, oh, I'm not getting money, this government, no one they give you money. These are the big things that open the doors for everybody. And that is what they are providing.
A continue inside the Mission 300 Energy Project gathering na Onga and call on Salon people for always be positive and put Salon first and decision and other thing them when they can want for do.
When we're talking about these, other countries are hiring for $3-4 million. Yes, we have people who can do the same thing, if not more. In fact, that is why we are in this war. There are others who are struggling now. We are way ahead. So thank you. And I want us to inspire the next generation. This is not about me, it is about all of us. Somehow we are playing our part, and that is why we have this also sort of acceptance.
The President, Julius Mada Bio, and for tell thank you to World Bank, the Sierra Leone Technical Team on Compact Development Unit, and African Development Bank for the support we then give for make Salon able benefit from the second cohort from Mission 300 Energy Projects. From United Nations General Assembly side events in New York, Mina Saptiu Kalon, the reports.
The program, Good Morning Salon, welcome to you live from Radio Democracy, 98.1 FM. Still inside the studios, we get Dr. Julius Spencer. Doc, you know, plenty of things we Andrew say, and the topic we'll look at now, how service delivery or how the plaba between ministers them they affect service delivery in the country. But again, we'll talk a very important side. I say people need or somebody need for the we are in for advise the president about certain issue. At this moment, we get then kind of people in the society. We go look president and tell us, what you do so you're not correct too.
I don't know. You see, unfortunately, now this part of the world where you get that kind of power, they be president. The vast majority of people who they can around you, now something they want. The number of people that will go tell you true, the blatant truth, whether you like them or not, them very few. And if you know open road for make them kind of people and they reach you and talk to you, then you're not going to hear the truth. Most people the way they appoint, where government appoint, where president appoint, the 90-something% no go get in mind for tell president, say, please sir, I not agree with what you they do so. Then in fact, most of them go they watching yeah, they listen to her for find out who side mind they go. Then waiting the hotel and outside and think say one for them, who side mind they go. Then they natural. But would that ever they in charge, not to just at presidential level, self. If they head an institution, you they run a company, whatever they do, you for ensure say you able to identify people then we go tell you true. Not to people then where they can Congo sao because then they different. We go tell you true. And we go stand and ground if necessary. Unfortunately, most people then they afraid say they go lost and work. So they not go talk thing where they not them believe say the person no one year. Now my own experience when we in a government.
That's just what I say. We mean there as minister, you don't ever meet back about one-on-one and tell and say the part this waiting they happen so not to say for be.
Several times. In fact, even a cabinet. When I've been just in a cabinet, we've been argue plenty in a cabinet. Until one my colleague called me, tell me, say, Julius, you want for dinner this cabinet? I say, what you mean? Say, if you continue for the argue the pass, they go sack you. So I develop an alternative strategy. If I argue up to a point, as you say, the budge, because you can get tendency, you can see, say, the vex. I did drop the matter. I don't go meet a one-on-one, I host. That end we can argue. I learn, say, most people no go accept or tolerate their subordinates for disagree with them in public. We saw other people then day. And Pakaba bin get the habit 19 for stock. Andrew mentioned in advisory committee. Then can they get an advisory notes? Where you go cabinet, as long as you agree with waiting and say. As the topic up, now they read first. Where you don't read down, they don't talk. The vast majority, almost all ministers, they know they talk nothing again. Only a few of we can talk if we not agree. But at the end of the day, if I go meet him one-on-one, we can argue. At times, he can agree with me. At times, he can agree. So, but I find that it became more relaxed for discuss at that point. And a number of things in the way me and I discuss one-on-one, we not agree with me, we later, he prove say, I be right. So at some point, he begin to rely more on my advice because he realize, say, waiting I can tell her can be true, particularly in my area. So even when I left government, Pakaba can call me from time to time for ask me advice on something that I can tell her the truth. So if you as the boss not get any kind of people around you, tendency is the one the way they can talk to you, they tell you the thing the way then they tell you, at some point they begin for believe, say, you, as Wetman go call you infallible, they make mistake. And if you don't have an appointee and you're afraid for loss you work, then you not go free for talk to all the time. And because most people they not see where they not reach that level, they not see what they go do with them commodity. Some of we who go to government, we not been see them as a permanent job. Like me, I've been giving myself time frame. I can get it in the way I want to do. And my plan was after a while they left. And I myself left. But almost people then they do that. Now, when you look at even the whole governance architecture, the majority, in fact, we country, we're not able to focus on the real development issues because politics then they take over all things. We see election done. Almost immediately after the election, now the one that will win, now waiting them for do for make sure say they win the next one. Okay. The one that will lost, now waiting them for do for pull down and then they let them candy.
Yes, Doc, in the issue of these confusions or plabber between presidential appointees or within ministries, departments, and agencies, the example that plenty will don't make apart from other people feel connected to the president or to power or feel powerful that they can do certain things and within the ministries and not in the commodity. The other issues or the other school of thought now that the president for sit back and get time and look at some of the issues that way they happen within the government. And plenty believe say the president for reduce the amount of travels now and pay attention to these issues and these breakdowns within systems. You agree to that?
Well, all man they react differently. Now, the question is whether president fully aware of waiting they happen. In some of the case then some I guess people are aware. Some, and I know say some people don't say when any kind of thing and they happen, they intervene. Why I can't quite see. They can probably prefer for making a sort out on herself. Something like that not in own approach.
And you think that that's the best?
I can't say waiting at the best. Everybody get the way where they deal with. If not me not go do and so. All man they behave differently. Me not go do and so because me own approach to certain things is different. Me not one kind of person. And me and I are not to the same kind of person. But the question of waiting they cause the breakdown, and we don't identify some of the things them. When you get then kind of alignment where they take place, and and we talk about the dumbing down of standards, all my want be president now. Myself can ask myself say, So anybody can be president as alone now. The kind some of the people over the year say want for be president, you begin for wonder. Anybody, it sounds like anybody who don't be minister feels well, I don't qualify for be president now.
Okay.
And they not even understand, say, the position of minister totally different from president. And what you need for do as president, your ability for manage that at that level there, you get for don't get a certain level of experience and expertise and a level of humility. When at that boku people then lack humility, people then get a lot of arrogance. Me not ever. One day imagine say I want to be president na salon. I don't get not to ambition. Ambitious, yes, not to ambition. Now humility. Boku people then they tell me, say, why you know the contest? I say I'm not interested. I'm not interested. And you know, if you and I can tell people and for let you be leader, you get forget some a huge amount of humility. In the sense that you for recognize your own humanity, recognize say you're not better past anybody else. And that if you're in a certain position, whether you believe in God or you not believe in God or that's something make you did it. And if you're in that position there, what you for they do for be waiting there in the interest of the majority, not do anything for hurt anybody. Because as they can say, when you claim up, if you know they look down or see the road way pass, the letter where you take claim you broken, where you want kind of na for them. And some of we don't in our government, we know what you call the trappings of power. You don't understand why some people are no one for left arm. But if you get a level of humility and recognize, say, this position we hold, not to you personally get them. Now the office now make boku people in the country, all man in the country for this, all man in the country for that. Where you come out there? They're not the guy again.
All right. Okay, inside the program, we look at a few messages. This one says, thanks to the democracy for such a discussion. Mr. Andrew Lavalley, you spoke well. The donor fatigue is true, but the country is still making money. Those countries are performing well because they have a rule of law. Our police judiciary need to be fixed. We, the people, automatically will change respect for directly hitting the nail on performance contract.
This is from Supercaps holding our Facebook page. They say the public needs to know most of the ministers' performance in terms of their deliverable, because if a minister sacked government appointee without following due processes of the Civil Service Code of Conduct, then what value has the minister add to his ministry for Sierra Leoneans to benefit? The chief minister normally conducts spot check on notice visits to various ministries, but now has been fed out. So the minister's performance in terms of service deliveries Sierra Leoneans are blind to their performance. Supercaps from Kisi.
This one from Dauda is a Dr. Spencer, you are a gem. I hope we the young will emulate from you. Thanks very much.
This one from Mystic Nadwazaki say institutional collaboration is key in any development. I think state institutions should ensure they collaborate through institutional partnership to ensure results, which is key in the development of service delivery.
This one from Joseph say, but it's very bad. Favorism is affecting government and encouraging corruption. Now we are seeing whistleblower. Okay.
This one from Lulu Gasparini, they say, and anytime Dr. Spencer come na radio, now wisdom, it speak.
All right, this one say, Mr. Andrew, thanks very much for the areas of discussion. We hope you will cover the areas of president travel and the benefit of the country.
This one from Tunde Scott now Facebook. He said, did I hear your guest talk about sacrifice for the betterment of the country? Andrew Lavalley himself was very vocal critic during the APC administration and become less of a critic and support of the most agendas of SLPP government. And yeah, Ghana from Tunde Scott.
All right, the last one I'll go to because of time. This one say, yes, indeed, Andrew, the presidency, Dendo Watawasa, all man want for be president. Well, 2028, we'll go for see people who not expect.
From Dauda Kumba, when my last message from I say Mr. Andrew Lavalley is being diplomatic and Dr. Spencer is blunt with his words, which helps the layman to comprehend the concept of discussions. with them messages us, we count on Lavali for response to them. Quick one, as we know the message again.
Thank you very much. I think, time not done, so I can just close with how do we distinguish between the two forms of politics then? You get the politics of delivery and you get the politics of consumption. Where you get politics of delivery, which in that means you mobilize the institutions then towards results. But we get the politics of consumption. If delivery they care, because this person support me, Dr. Spencer with the top, but say this me, if I'm not there, I go die. If I don't get this position, it's not my belief. It's so common now. So we actually it's a big sacrifice on the part of leaders. And for that, you see, how do we adopt the politics of delivery more? And why this important? If finally, I don't know if people in King, like when they drive by Lumley, they drive by PZ, they challenge the way they see of youth unemployment. You see young person, you see, now say they wave to you, so they make like say, I don't get food. And every day then they become very stuck and they become very clear. So if I for we see how the earlier government make a U-turn for say now, and as we go inside politics, the state inside 2028, the state of play they become very messy more and more. So then I make it fine. There can never be a better time for the state house pinning foot down, say we should practice the politics of delivery. And politics not a bad thing. It's about how you make that politics and deliver result. Somebody talks before I come to my message, I agree with Dr. Spencer where he talks all man want on president. You get what you call the ability to self-assess and the inability to self-assess. That's a call of humility. But even if you get a priority, if you say, no, me na O level me get, I'm not going to take PhD exam. Is it somebody being you say this person here? I know you don't want to manage anything yet. Not even a group of 10 people. And you don't want to show any result yet. Even the side say the initial result. So no, me, I want a bigger assignment. So you get that inability to self-assess. So if I let people in especially in two big parties, because if SF they're not APC the day, it behoves them party here for talk say the fate of the country is too big when they put that in care. It's how do you ensure say you handle them. The last point where somebody talked about, I say Andrew Lavali been very vocal under APC and now he's less vocal. It's interesting because then same thing here what they say, and the same thing here when they talk. But you know what thing some people they want? It's not how they discuss the benefits of Sierra Leone. It's how you like right now. If you take census for example, APC conduct census where we disagree with, SLP gets conduct census with problematic. Both groups don't get census with problematic. Waiting one party go want na follow stand by the census and condemn the other one. And me, they really encourage the opposition. Where opposition, they take national interest. They take national interest question. You know what happen? It's easy for them to mobilize civil society for stand by you. In fact, many sides around the world, the opposition and the civil society now they can work together because they actually say this opposition, they actually seek the interest of the country. But inside Salon, they say there is no bill way bad where you not get the two sides agree. Okay. So you see, say, whilst with the people in Amakeni and people in Abo not agree, among the political class, I like a bad contract. Now you see passports. Now one of the Sierra Leone passport, now one of the most expensive in Africa. But you get passport contract. How many times you don't have ruling party opposition MPs that talk say, Lord, review this contract, you know good. Toll road, airport. How many times you see ruling party opposition MPs say this way they affect people?
Okay.
They make them very difficult. All waiting political parties they want is how civil society they align to their interest, not to how you actually talk to. Let us work with civil society for improved justice. You see in 2023, for example, the opposition talks another go to court. The same judiciary that they have managed. If SLPP back not do, reform the judiciary, they will talk to another go court. because they don't reform the judiciary for few say you get right. So me, if I let political parties then, they do introspection for say, what are we doing that is wrong? What should we do that is right? And there has been no reflection for say, no, this one now they do it wrong, a lot do it, they'll do this thing right. If you don't do that reflection, you know what they do? They just do finger pointing.
Okay, thank you very much, Andrew Lavalley, for responding to the concerns and for joining me in Saturday edition of the program. Good morning, Salon. Dr. Julius Spencer, you get some messages that make you respond to them quick. We round up the program. Good morning, Salon.
Well, basically, I think I just want to make 2 points, even in relation to all the questions and comments we people make. One, now that we need to get a national agenda for which we want as a nation. We all, whether the APCO, SLPPO, PMDCO, NGCO, C4CO, whichever, let all man, let get ourselves and agree, say, 1, water, 2, electricity, 3, this, and this road we want for worker for each day. Whichever government in power, now this them for do. How then do them, sometimes go different, but now this now we all want. If we for do that, a lot of the problems will be solved. Not when this particular me can with new agenda, or it can with waiting up in the APC one. I forget.
Agenda for change.
Agenda for change. Agenda for change. Agenda for prosperity. Agenda for this. Agenda for that. And all man they going on road. Now and I think say this government need for be bold and maybe convene that kind national consultation, not to just 1 2 days. Get experts, Sierra Leoneans across the diaspora. Sierra Leoneans na let we sit down and look what we need for do and agree. Unfortunately, a lot of the time, the people that they make decisions, even in terms of policy, now a small group of people. And a lot of the time, people then can arrogantly believe, say, they get the answer, but they don't really get the answer. So for me, that's number 1. Number 2, other than they in authority, need for recognize, say, the point you want to make. If you not change what you meet for let it go better for you when you're not in a power. When you lost power, well, I not say lost. When you come on a power, because nobody know they in a power permanently. You are either left power or power go left you. When you left power, power left you. That thing where you been the thing say good for you waiting a power. The other person where they come, instead they can now make thing they know they change. The judiciary, police, same thing. Day in, day out. Pakaba try, complete the job. Woulda come, reverse. Woulda come, go down the road back. Because you find out, say, the judiciary, for example, government after government, they put people in our positions where they believe, say, go serve their interest. Then they forget, say, when they come out, if not that system they don't know the practice, they always can go do the same thing. I can always tell you, and I consistently they repeat this point. When I be a minister, I fit call police. I say go arrest Usman. Then they go arrest you, then lock you up. Then they go come meet me after something and don't keep you 2-3 days and come meet me and say, please, I'm waiting for do it. I say, but if I they do that day, I not do anything for change that system day. When me not in a power, sometimes somebody go call that same policeman, say arrest Julius Spencer, they go arrest me and put me through the same thing. Now make we get the IMC delegate today. When me have been minister, I've been get the power for decide who that go register, who that go operate. I say no. I dey create an independent institution where when me not there, because na media I want for practice, I've been one for do, it go protect myself. And they like it today. Now make we get independent media commission. If everybody within a power, take that kind of attitude there for make sure say they put in place, we go protect you when you're an ordinary citizen, then this country go better. But because when people end in a power, then they imagine say they go there permanently, and then they do things that way they believe say then the interest with them in a power. Now make we do so this way they like it today.
Plenty thank you for joining us in today's edition of the program, Dr. Julius Spencer. And we will look at how government or political appointees then for work together for enhance or for develop the country and also improve service delivery. We will get Andrew Lavalley from IGR and also Dr. Gilo Spencer will share experience with we. Usman?
Well, we did got the cutting of the program. Good morning, Salon. Welcome to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Plenty thank you to producer Michael Sambola with support from Kabia and Mangi Mansari. Plenty thank you to Clifford Walker, DJ Cliff for the technical support, Fatimata Samura, Joseph Sunga, and Jaffa Man Service, making us live on Facebook. So to meet another.